It's your boy Demonic. So I figured out how to get the game to feel a little better so far. I didn't really feel any of the stuttering as I was kind of just messing about for a second, but that doesn't mean that I've completely removed it. I'm just saying for the time period that I tried it while I was doing everything, I did get that to get fixed a little bit during that time. We'll have to like test it out here in a second. But guys, I will say I did go to create a fly, just fly around to see and stuff like that. Then we came back in and refilled my stats, because it lowers your health. Um, we updated our mods list, by the way, so we're gonna go over our mods for a second. So under the Vulgaro map, we are gonna go look at the mod settings and look at our active mods. So you guys are going to want automatic commands. So this mod allows everything to, run in the background as soon as you load in, which is going to be the R dot volumetric fog, all of that to remove the stuff. Paleo arc, which is going to be giving all the different paleo mods there, which I do need to go check on to make sure I can update everything. I'll go check the mod updates here in a second. We do want all of them when it comes to apex predators, hard hitting herbivores, rulers of the wasteland, native aquatics, and dangerous depths. We want all five of them. Okay. AP plus dragons, the Sunken World editions, our star animals, our Odontidae sharks, reclamations Vastat Tyrannus, we want Arc New Horizon Suchomimus, Big Owls, Whack Spinosaurus, which I am going to go look up more Big Owl mods because I think he does have more. But Paddletail Spino, Colossus Scorpius, Dreadmaw, Big Owls, Maraxes, Aussies editions. I'm it's like Diamantinosaurus or whatever. I'm not even gonna like try that again. Okay, we're just not. AP plus Dodo Wyverns, which is just without the S, by the way, so Dodo Wyvern. But anyways, Moro's Indomitable Duo. That's where we get the Indominus Rex and Raptor for both version 1 and 2, by the way. Awesome Spy Glass, that's the mod that lets us like see the health, the Topor, the dino name, all the different stuff. Our tranks and more, so we have a little bit more tranks. Our potions, which by the way gives us potions we can use in game to help us and our dinos. We have SMOL structures, which is small structures, by the way. Just makes different versions of structures small, so that way they don't take as much space in your base. Dino Painter, which allows us to paint our dinos a lot easier without having to like learn the color regions. You just select the region, select the color, and just be done with it. Um, we have Utilities Plus, okay, which allows us to have the infinite grapple hook and stuff like that. Uh, we have Omega teleporters, which allows us to have the teleporters that can teleport around the map, the really good ones that also work as a bed, so you can spawn on them. Auto engrams, this way it's just like, when you run a server, it's just automatically giving you all the engrams as soon as you level up. Fruit Seeder and Meat Spoiler, this is what we're using for our spoiling. We have auto doors, it is back. So now we can actually pick up the doors, re-put the doors down, and actually set the settings. When we walk up to doors, they'll auto open for us. TG stacking mod for 10,000. So that way you can stack everything up to 10,000 for each item. And it has the reduction weight of 90. Um, Arc Primal Nemesis, which is the one that has the God Dinos and stuff like that you guys been seeing from yesterday's stream. That was irritating us, but we reordered some of the like mod listings, so maybe now these spawn a little less. Everything else spawns before it. Ultimate Tranks, which gives us our 200% Tranks back, by the way, so we can actually have the way better Tranks again. I do want to reorder this because we're going to take that above that. Um, we do have the TAC Antrodemus mod, which, by the way, I kind of missed the Antrodemus. I might even go get the other TAC mods as well on stream. We have Alpha Cryopod, which, by the way, is just the better cryopod. It's like a cryo gun. Underwater Tech Light, which allows us to put a new type of Tech Light underwater and turn them on, stuff like that. The MW 2022 Weapons Pack Remastered, which just gives us new weapons. Dear Dino Finder and Prevent Hibernation. Prevent Hibernation is just something Dear Dino Finder needs, so that's why we're going to put that up above it. And then what we're going to do is click Game Rules and click Save Settings. From there, what we're going to do is go in and go in the mods list right quick and go look up the rest of the TAC stuff. So T dot A dot C. And we're going to go ahead and get maybe the Eocarchia, which, do I want that? Nah, we'll do the Vectispinus. Because I believe the Eocarchia got added into the game already. I mean, I could download this just to make sure, but I believe it's already there. The Vectispinus wasn't, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and get the Vectispinus. And while we're downloading the mods, it also gives me a chance to go get me some coffee. But first, I have to make a pot of coffee. Because I'm not going to lie, I woke up earlier today. I just wasn't feeling it, as in, like, just feeling good at all in general when I originally woke up. So I decided I'm just going to stay in bed. So I went back to bed, slept for a portion of the day, woke up again. It's like, okay, I'm feeling a little better, but I'm still just going to want to stay in bed. So went back to bed again. So I actually went to bed basically 3 times. One last night, 2 times today. Because I woke up once, fell asleep, woke up again, fell asleep, and then woke up just a little bit ago. And now I'm feeling much better. Much, 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 much better. And then yesterday, I didn't do streams because I actually had a visitor come over yesterday, guys. Um, so Coco came over, the wonderful and beautiful girl, you know, the four-legged, wonderful, amazing girl that is always welcome to come over. I love it when I get to go visit Coco or when she comes visit me. She's a wonderful dog, guys. Beautiful. She's very responsive. Actually very well mannered 90% of the time. Now, she does have her times where if you get her excited, she will try to jump up on you, or if you're petting her and she's not, and you stop and she's like, well, I'm not done. I want you to continue petting me. She will try to paw you. So there is like stuff like that basically that she does that, is still trying to be worked on to fix. I won't say that it's horrible that she does that. It's just bad whenever most of the people right now, when they come visit, which is like Brian's mom, his actual mom, she's now getting to the elderly state where you don't want Coco to be pawing and cut her open and stuff like that. Nor do you want a 150 to 200-pound dog jumping up and trying to like get too excited and jump on someone, especially if they are elderly, and knocking them over. So there is reasons everybody is trying to work on making sure she learns not to do that and it's basically due to his mom, his dad, my grandmother, which is now 50 plus in her age, by the way. So it's not good for, someone like getting really old to be hit by a heavy dog. So that's kind of why they're working on that. It's not to be mean to Coco. All right, now I need my coffee filters. I think they need to start doing better designs to coffee filters, by the way. And when I say that, like, I'm not talking about the filter themselves, just the content pack they're placed in. That little plastic thing that holds them all together. That needs to be worked on a little bit because I'm tired of, like, when I go to get a coffee filter, which is why I'm going to go ahead and just move it out, get me a little bowl, maybe? Like one of these. That'd be perfect. A little bowl that I can just set this into. Because back that I was getting at with the whole coffee filter ordeal is I'm getting tired of when I go to pull a coffee filter to stick it in my coffee pot to put the coffee into, because I do the whole actual brewed coffee. I don't do Insta, which some people do instant, which is, pretty good. but I'm tired of when I reach in to go get a filter, of when I go to pull one filter out, of it like losing its shape because it's caught on the plastic and everything else. So you end up like deforming the filter. Then you have to use your finger to try to like reform it to put it back into your coffee pot. So that way you don't have like any issues later on. And if you're wondering what those issues are, it would be pretty much allowing the water level to raise the coffee grounds past the filter and actually drop straight into your pot or even overflow it into the back, creating coffee going in through the tubes that will stop and burn out your motor for your coffee pot. But the second half of that is kind of it would have to be a lot. You'd have to like be really ridiculously adding coffee into your pot. The main issue is it just raising it past the filter, sending coffee grounds down, and then you actually get coffee grounds in your coffee as you're trying to pour it. That is the main reason for a coffee filter. Um, Again, if it deforms, you have a chance at having the first half of that, which is just like drinking coffee grounds in your coffee, and it's not delightful, and it nah, nowhere near delightful. Ooh, what is this? Okay, I don't care about it. Bastion beetle and elemental raptors. I mean, elemental raptors sound good till you learn that. I mean, this could be the free version of element raptors, which I'm not gonna lie, they don't look bad. They don't. They look pretty good. There's like 20. Oh, it's never mind. It's a freemium, meaning I can install it. I just can't actually use them till I pay $5, basically. Never mind that. I probably should have paid attention to that, but it's all good. We didn't download it, so we're good. We got the tax stuff. What else did I say we were gonna do? I say we were gonna grab that. You know what? Just in case, we'll go ahead and grab the Yokarkia. You never know. They might not have added it. Which, by the way, if we want the Yokarka, you can actually spawn them in that way, but we're not going to look at doing that. We're going to just wait for them to spawn naturally. And I'm trying to give enough dino offsets to make like the god tier creatures have a lower spawn rate because there'll be a lot of other creatures in the world. That's kind of what I'm offsetting, which also offsets some of the other creatures I like. Because as I was flying around doing some of the testing off stream, I seen some pretty cool creatures like electrical griffins. Yeah, electrical raptors. There's the volcanic fucking Allosaurus, which doesn't even look like an Allosaurus. It looks kind of way different. Um, there is, what was it? I got one just to see what it was like. Something else. There's the freaking, I'm going to call it the toxic raptors, which I don't remember exactly what they're actually fully called. They're like the poison version, but they have like tentacles and shit coming out of them. And there's like a lot of different cool dinos that's like that come from the mods. So we are going to be looking at getting those. I know the god stuff is spawning in because I seen some right before starting stream near our base that I might have to go and take care of before we even start the whole survival for episode 2 today. Um, and I figured out why the god creatures are just tanking a lot, by the way, guys. And it's not even just the god creatures, it's just the straight creatures coming from off of my chaos mod. Because after I force tamed one just to see, the health and damage to them is ridiculous. I'm talking about like really ridiculous. Like when I put up to like where the extra damage can go to 22,000 just because I just wanted to see where I just set it up to where it is 22,000 and just buff health massively. Um, and then went to go kill a dino. It could sometimes hit for like 1 million damage. I'm not joking. So that's kind of what was going on. with the whole thing with that. And I mean, it's cool, but not cool at the same time. I think they need to balance the mod just a little bit more. So that way they're not like super overthrowing every dino in the realm and other modded dinos too. Because I'm pretty sure when people run that mod, they also want to run other dinos that they think is pretty cool. Hence Eocarca and all the different stuff. Um, I want to know, did they re-add the Carcharodontosaurus to the game from Evolved to here yet? Because I'm not gonna lie, the Carcharodontosaurus is, or Carchia, however you guys want to call it, is one of my most favorite dinos from Evolved. When it got added, I loved it. Like, to be honest with you, that's almost every video I talked about them. I always picked one to ride. And I had a random female join the server, and since I had like freaking 20 of them on cool colors, I decided I'm gonna give one away. And then literally the next viewer it popped in was a female who wanted to join the server, so I gave it to her. So it was actually pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm hoping the Carcharodontosaurus is in here. If not, somebody needs to add that quickly. Like, it shouldn't have taken this long if they haven't added it. Like, that dino was awesome. I didn't like the taming method where you had to drag like like drag a dead dino up and feed it, and it would go into its like certain mode where you can ride it, and you had to be in the enraged state where you kill a lot of shit in order for it to tame to you. I didn't like that. Maybe the second half of that could have been removed and just made it where you just drug dead dino bodies to it to feed it as an offering. That would have been kind of cool, but I don't like the second half. We had to go on like the killing rampage. I think there's another Big Al. Yeah. I think it's like Bigal, like that, right? Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to see if there's anything there. And there's the Meraxes, the Karka rework, which I don't really see anything there. And then the smaller version of the rework, which I don't want either of those. Okay. So now we can just go to create a resume game, and we're going to go to mod settings, available mods, and just make sure we do Vectispinus and Eocarchia. And then here we're just going to scroll to the very bottom, because what I want to do is remove this above Primal Nemesis. Spinus. And then this one. There we go. Now we can hit single player, and that should allow us to play. Now, I don't know if we are going to crash or not, because we possibly could. And I think I was on the modded map too, so we might crash due to being on the modded map. Yep, modded map. Now, I will say the modded map works fine in certain areas, but certain areas it does not. And I'm literally saying that to let you guys in on like the little secret. The modded map is somewhat impossible to play. And I'm saying somewhat as the key word. Okay, lose interest. Oh, why are you so quick at swimming? Why do you swim so quickly? Nah, 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 bruh. Nah, bruh. Yeah, that's right. Set way over there, lose your interest. You don't want me no more. And I gotta be careful too, because the modded map is certain areas you just cannot go to. And I literally mean that. You cannot go to them. Or at least on console, you can't. I'm thinking, oh, it's a Megalon. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Yep, I'm dead. Now, here's where I'm going to guess if my stream crashes or if we can actually spawn. Because last time I checked, if I try Coral Beach, I can spawn here, if you notice. Anywhere in here that's out in this direction, I can go to. Anything in this midsection and up, oh no, I can go to this one. But we're just going to use the Coral Beach spawns because I know they are safe. Never mind.